Time in YouTube. Today I am bringing you the second episode in our Theme Deck Corner series. And today we are going over Night Striker, which is the second deck from the Breakthrough set. Uh, I'll put a link in the description below for our Burning Spark, which was the first deck that we looked over from Breakthrough. For this deck, it is supposed to be centered around Noivern. Noivern has the attack Tuning. For one colorless, you can shuffle your hand into your deck, then draw a number of cards equal to the number of cards in your opponent's hand. Now this is actually a really good ability in this format because I find in theme deck format we do see each person get a few cards in each other's hands, so this kind of gives us the opportunity to kind of cycle through our deck a little faster. As well as he has for one Psychic, one Darkness, and one colorless energy, he has Air Slash for 120 damage, with the additional effect of discarding an energy attached to him. So we're running 2 and 4. In this deck there is 2 Teddy Ursa and 2 Ursaring. Ursaring has Drag Off. Switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with his or her active. This attack does 50 damage to the new active Pokemon. And he also has Swing Around for 4 colorless energy. It's an 80 plus, which has flip 2 coins. This attack does 40 more damage for each heads. So it has the ability to do 160 damage, which is actually pretty good in the theme deck. 2 Inkay, which I find are like the junky Pokemon in this deck. I try not to use them. We have Zorua, which has the Moonless Madness, which is great for confusing on the first turn. And then bringing in the new Zoroark, which has Stand-In once during your turn. If this Pokemon is on your bench, you may switch this Pokemon with your active. And it has Mind Jack for 2 colorless. This attack does 30 more damage for each of your opponent's benched Pokemon. And in Theme Deck, a lot of players like to fill that bench up quickly. So you could be doing 160 damage again with Zoroark, just based on your opponent's playability. We do have Cresselia as well, and it has the ability My Way, which, if there was stadium cards, this Pokemon would have no retreat cost. But we're going to just be looking at Moonlight Gain. For 1 Psychic and 2 colorless, it does 70 damage, plus it heals you 20 HP, which can be pretty big when you're playing a lot of just basic Pokemon. There's also a 3-2-1 line of the Gengar line. This Pokemon himself is great, but getting up to it I'm finding difficult. In this deck, anyway. He has the ability for 1 Psychic Energy, Sinister Fog, and your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. Put 1 damage counter on each of your opponent's benched Pokemon. And then it has Creepshow. For 1 Psychic, 1 colorless, if your opponent's Pokemon has 3 or more damage counters on it, it is knocked out. It is powerful. It's a powerful attack. I just don't find it does that much in this deck, but that's an opinion. We'll see how it plays out in a minute. It has 2 Mischievous for Psychic Energy Haunt. Put 2 damage counters on your opponent's active Pokemon. Not bad. It's got a 2-2 lineup to Kirlia. Kirlia has Beckon and Quick Turn. Again, I find these junky, but it does come in handy if you're looking for support from your discard for Beckon. Wobbuffet can be a great wall with Mirror Barrier. For 1 colorless, flip a coin. If heads, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks during your opponent's next turn. It can stall you out a few turns if you're having a difficult time getting energy, or the right trainers, or even the right evolutions. It's going to help you out a little bit. For the trainers, we do have 2 Professor Letters, 1 Reserve Ticket, which I'm finding very not great, 1 Switch, 1 Fisherman. No, 1 Fisherman? Yes, 1 Fisherman. G-Value Scheme, which I find is the best trainer in this deck because you can keep your hand size going, and that extra 20 damage can help sometimes on the bigger or fatter Stage 1s and Stage 2s. A Pokemon Center Lady, Fan Club, Skyla, Tierno's in it, Wally's in it, and you have your Darkness and your Psychic Energy to go respond. So, without further ado, let's get into a game and see exactly how well this deck compares to Burning Spark. And we are playing off against Ramiro92. She gets to decide the coin flip. And we are going to see a coin spinning in the air. We lost the coin flip. I'm not really big on that. She's going to decide who gets to go first, and she is going to pick herself. So we're going to go second, which is actually not bad. If I get a Zora, which I do not, I would have been able to confuse. But getting 2 damage counters on something... Oh, I accidentally did that, but either way, Mischievous was the one I had to pick anyway. We are seeing a Torkoal and a Vulpix. Torkoal, Flame Cloak, flip a coin. If heads, attach a Fire Energy card from your discard pile to this Pokemon. And Vulpix has the defending Pokemon is now burned. She's going to play an Energy Search, get them energies back into her hand. She's playing a Charon, draw 3 cards. Whoops. And what are we going to see from these 3 cards? Absolutely nothing. We're going to see a fire drop on Torkoal, and that was the end of her turn. I don't have to use the Professor's Letter just yet. I'm going to attach a Psychic Energy to Mischievous, and I'm going to go for the Haunt. 2 damage counters. Better than nothing. Turn 1, let's get this going. If we can get a Gengar line going, we're 20% there. Sorry. That's like 60% because we only need 3. Anyway. It's her turn now. We're going to see whatever. We're going to see an Ultra Ball. She's going to discard... Whoops. She's going to discard a Fire Energy and another Ultra Ball. What's she going to grab? Torchic. Peck and Live Coal. That's not bad. And she's going to play said Torchic. But I don't know what else. She's going to Fire Energy drop onto the Torkoal. And most likely Flame Cloak. Get that 3rd energy on. And she got it. She's going to probably play it on Torkoal. Torkoal can now go for the Heat Blast. I am going to go with the Tyranno. And we're going to get 2 Noibats. I'm going to drop both of them. Just to keep ourselves in the game here. One of them is going to get a Psychic Energy. I'm going to play said Professor's Letter now. Just to get some of these energies out of my deck. Because I am having a hard time finding basics. And I want to get something on the bench while I have the ability to. We are going to damage this Torkoal a little further. Giving it another 20 damage. It's up to 40 now. But it will take me out with Heat Blast. So it's something to consider. I'm going to probably throw up the non-energized Noibat. We're going to see a Combuskin with Double Kick and Flamethrower. And it's getting the energy drop for the turn. She's going to Energy Search again. Again, looking for a Fire Energy. So we know she's got a Fire Energy in hand. I apologize for that. I have no idea what's going on with that. I've never had a private trade before, so bear with me. I'm going to, again, put up the Noibat as specified. We're going to get a Crest, which I'm going to play up turn 1. I'm going to continue to power up the Noibat, and I'm going to evolve it. And I'm simply going to pass the turn. We're going to see that Combuskin evolve into our Blaziken over here. And it has Blaze Kick and Flamethrower still. But now it's doing a lot more damage. Heat Blast is going to knock out my Noibat. We're seeming to be on the bottom of this game right now. I wonder if we can make a comeback. Still waiting for that prize draw from our opponent before I do send in our Noivern. That way I can kind of set up Cresselia in case something happens to said Noivern. And as much as I do want to go for a tuning, it would probably be smarter that I take care of this guy right now before I lose out on more potential damage. I will discard the dark energy because I already have one of each. And in case something does happen to my hand, I at least have one of each still on the Noibat or Noivern. We grab a Teddy Ursa from our prizes, and obviously she brings up the Blaziken. Now this Blaziken is about to just one-shot me. Flamethrower is going to do a lot of damage. Noivern cannot take it, and she's attaching Rocky Helmet, so regardless if I attack it, I'm going to be taking even more damage. I honestly think this game is just about to get fried. Noivern is gone. I am not going to play the Teddy Ursa. There's no point to outlasting this game. I think I'm just going to call the concede because she can just flamethrower me again next turn and I will lose Cresselia and there's no way I can set up. So I'm going to say good game to my opponent and we are going to concede. And I will be back in a moment with another game with the Night Striker. On our second game, we are playing Connor 0106, and he's got a water deck. We're going to see we get the flip this time, and I'm going to call our Mighty Tails, and we get it this time. I'm going to pick first, because I like to have that ability to set up a little bit. And I see we get more basics this time around than last. I apologize for the yawning. And we are going to pick, we'll pick Mischievous again. We have a bit of stuff we can at least start setting up on if everything works. I'm going to play just the two Noibats. Teddy Ursa can stay in back for now. We're going to see a second bench, or one benched on his. We're going to see a Magikarp and a Spheal is in the active. I'm going to detach energy drop onto Mischievous. I'm going to reserve ticket. Doesn't matter. It's a gone card. Grab 2 energy out of the disc or out of the deck so that I don't draw them. And I'm simply ending our first turn. Now what is our opponent about to do? I assume water energy onto, oh my god, onto the Spheal. And that's the turn. We're going to grab another Mischievous. I'm going to start setting up Noivern. And we are going to go for the Haunt. 2 damage counters onto Spheal. It's a start. He goes for a draw. And, but wouldn't you know it, Celio is in the house with 2 energy drops, and he can now do 30 damage and paralyze us. Which he doesn't, but next turn, Mischievous is still going down. This would be the ability to put in Wobbuffet. And I am going to set up Wobbuffet so I can prolong this game a little bit. We're going to get another 20 damage down on Celio. He's got 90, so even still it was going to be a while before I actually killed it anyway. That third water energy is getting played, and it's going to do a whopping 50 damage, taking out Mischievous, and I believe Wobbuffet's going to come into play. Oops. There we go. Wobbuffet's in play now. I'm going to play the Teddy Ursa now that I have the Ursaring in hand, but I'm still going to power up our Noibat. And I'm going to go for the Mirror Barrier, hoping to get that heads, and we don't. We're going to take some damage again this turn. 50 damage to the Wobbuffet, and that's going to be a dead Wobbuffet very shortly. EXP share, meaning those water energies are going to be around for a little longer. Articuno comes in, gets a water draw or water energy attached, And we're seeing a switch. Okay then. Find Ice gives our opponent 2 energies. 2 energies? Up to 3. Well, he only grabbed 2. And, whoa. What just happened to my sound? Are you serious? Oh, man. Sorry about that. If that happened on your end, I apologize. I don't know how come my sound just went up. We're going to play the Ursaring. And Wobbuffet's going to go for the Mirror Barrier. And this time we get it, so nothing can damage Wobbuffet this turn, which is very nice. We're going to see a water energy drop onto Articuno. I don't want to see it get up to 4 energy, but I'm kind of stuck in here at the moment. We're going to play our energy on Noibat and Zora. Unfortunately, this deck doesn't seem to want to get out the Pokemon that actually we need. I find there's got a lot of Pokemon that doesn't have that competitive or that battle presence. And like right now, I should have been leveling up Ursaring, but I never would have known. I've been trying to get Noibat out and getting all the damage off on that. That right now, our opponent is most likely just going to set up that Freezing Wind for 4 energy and 100 damage and just start wiping us. He brings out a Corsola, and he doesn't attack. He doesn't need any more energy. I'm going to start energy dropping on the Ursaring just because. And we are going to flip another heads. No more damage done to Wobbuffet. We're lasting here, but at the same time, it's just for a bittersweet ending. He got that 4th energy. We do get the Noivern, though. So Noivern's in at 120, which can knock out the Articuno. We're still going to hold on here, maybe get some trainers. We're still getting those heads, meaning we're staying around with Wobbuffet. Energy drop onto Corsola, and that's the turn. I'm going to play at our little Ghastly. Now our bench is full, and again, Mirror Barrier to prolong this game longer, but I think it's about time. Wobbuffet's about to go down. But this doesn't mean this game is over yet, folks. Noivern can one-shot Articuno, and it's going to take a massive energy drop. All that preparation for Freezing Wind, will it have paid off for our opponent? We will soon see. We did get a Pokemon Center Lady, so next time Noivern takes some damage, we can make a bit of a comeback there. 120 damage. That Articuno is out of there. But we do see 1 energy switch because of the XP share. We're again going to get rid of 1 Psychic Energy. This way any energy that comes into our hand from Noivern benefits. See, there's our Psychic Energy. I assume the Corsola. Victory! That's a hard one to come by, but at the same point, I guess he was afraid of the Air Slash on repeat. So, with that, I guess we can call that a win. I don't really know how the deck would have gone any other way. But, thank you for watching, guys. If you liked the video, hit a like button. And I apologize for some of the technical errors in this video. But we'll try and fix that up for next time. Anyway, thank you for watching. Time out.